I'm Michael Wallace with the star and executive producer of Superior Donuts, Jermaine Fowler. Jermaine, thanks for being here today. Star and executive producer. How'd you swing that?
I bribed a lot of people at CBS. They had a lot of money, and
Wait a minute. They're not giving us any here. Where's the money?
then oh man, I gave them mine, and they have it now. So maybe your checks get bigger now. But no, I've been EPing and writing and acting my own projects for a very long time now, and I'm very happy they had me do that part, for this show because it's fantastic. I thought the characters were there and in the script, and I felt like Franco was. It reminded me of me a little bit when I was looking for a job at that age, and I'm just happy I'm doing this show on CBS right now, and the writing is fantastic. I feel like with what's going on, these days, topically, everything's changing, and I feel like the show is reflecting that, and I think people are gravitating towards it.
Yeah. So for people who haven't seen it yet, this is a show based on a play, right?
It's based off a Tracy Letts play called Superior Donuts. That's a play. And it takes place in Northside Chicago, and Tracy allowed CBS to, use his vision and turn into a sitcom. The original he was the original writer. We have Neil Goldman and Garrett Donovan. They're like our head writers. They wrote the original pilot with Bob Daly, who was our showrunner, and they made a dope pilot. I read it, I loved it, and we cast Dave Koechner and Maz Jobrani and a Baryshnikov, Darian Sills Evans, Judd Hirsch, Katie Segal, and myself, and the cast is stacked. It's a stat cast. It's very broad, and I feel like every character on the show has a specific voice that I think every viewer can relate to and sort of like, feel for. But even if you don't agree with the characters, you're going to definitely understand where they're coming from, and I think that's where the comedy lies. It's
a great cast, of course. Now, as executive producer and as the guy who kind of put all this together, I assume you have a say in who's in that cast, right? I mean, do you have to put these people through, tryouts and all that, or do you just handpick people?
Look. Everybody auditions, but at the same time, with this specific show, everyone knew who they wanted for the show. CBS especially. Judd Hirsch was a get. Katie Segal is a huge get. Maz and Dave were attached to the show from the original pilot. We went through two versions of the pilot, and the only thing that really changed was certain jokes and casting Anna, Dave, Darian, Anna, Judd, Darian, and Katie. But, when it comes to casting, I'm being honest, we're just so lucky to get those people on the show because they could have done anything else. They could have done literally anything else that they wanted to do. And every day I see them like, yo, thank you for doing the show because I'm dead serious. Like they make the show. Everyone makes the show. Everyone's such a different. They're different puzzle pieces. That come together in the show. And with that, you get such. For that the show is better, and I think the voice gets stronger from like every shoot we have and every rehearsal. Everything gets there and. Everyone puts their work in, and because they love the show as much as I do.
The show itself is kind of a manifestation of, I guess, the times, right? I mean, kind of a gentrified neighborhood. People trying to. You're a younger guy. You come in. Judd Hirsch is the owner of the shop, right? He's been there for a long time. He refuses to change things. You kind of talk him into doing it. Kind of a lot of like what's going on today.
Such is life. I feel like the show is reflective of what's going on right now, but that's comedy. Comedy reflects real life, and the show is about a 75-year-old donut shop owner who is stuck in his own ways. The neighborhood's changing; it's being gentrified, and this kid talks his way into getting a job. He talks a big game, and he does help out. He tries to help out, but to Arthur's dismay, just like Franco represents the change that Arthur's so afraid of, and I feel like a lot of people feel the same way these days. Things are changing. Whether you like it or not, things are changing, and people are either afraid of it or they roll with the punches. But like that's what the show sort of represents right now, is what's happening with the world today.
Now, you started out as a stand-up comedian in high school, I understand, right?
I did, man. I was in 12th grade when I started. I had nothing else to do. I was applying to HBCU schools. I had no money for them, but I was applying, and I had no money. But I finally was like, I want to. I want to do stand-up. And no one wanted me to do it. The only person that sort of wanted me to do it were like my best friends, and my grandma. They were like, "Go ahead, be a clown. You gonna be a clown? Be a clown." I'm like, "I'm not a clown. I'll be never mind." And so like I would just go do these shows around the neighborhood. My first show was at high school at this talent show, and I did so bad. The judges hated me. I had really raunchy jokes at the time. I was a kid, and my friends told me that was the funniest thing. That watching me bomb was the funniest thing they've ever seen. All right, this is cool as hell.
Now listen, I did some intensive research before this interview. Okay. I checked out his Facebook page, and you had a post just a little while ago about how a year ago you had a show booked in Austin, and it was canceled because they didn't sell enough tickets. And now here we are a year later, and they had to book a second show because you're so hot. That's got to feel good.
Yeah, man, I'm about to cry now. I'm serious, man. It was one of the most amazing feelings I've ever had. No, I'm sorry.
I mean, to just, a guy who, like you said, you bombed in high school, right? Oh, no, he's doing it for real. I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm like Barbara Walters today. I could win an Emmy for this. Let's keep going. No, but, I mean, to start out like that, where a lot of people, judges and whatnot, said, this isn't going to work for you, but your friends kept you going. I mean, obviously, you must still be in touch with some of those guys who kept pushing to keep going, right?
My best friends, they were like, they mean a lot to me. Because I'm sorry.
Now I'm sorry. See, now I feel bad. I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm sorry.
I didn't know I was going to be crying on Facebook Live. I didn't know that. I was it's funny. I'm crying because like we've been doing interviews all day, and like I used to like.
You're tired.
No, I'm yawning. No. I used to apply for jobs around here, like in this building. This is so stupid. Like I used to audition for shows in this building, and it's so cool. I get to, help.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
You're not only doing it, you're the executive producer for crying out loud, right?
I'm happy as hell. These are happy tears. I'm just reminiscing about this damn building. You know what I mean? It's just truly like so many memories here. Anyway,
it's a lot of hard. Listen, stand up and. It's a lot of people think, oh, you're lucky. Somebody saw you somewhere, and you got to work, right? I mean, from what I've read about you, you did a lot of. Somebody told you at one point the key is writing. You got to write shows, write stand up.
Yeah,
right?
Bill Burr said that. I was at DC Improv, and Bill Burr was like, we were like, hey, Bill, you got any tips for young comedians? And I listened to him. I was 18. He just headlined the show, and Bill was like, "Well, you just gotta write, man. You gotta write. You gotta have a blog. You got a YouTube channel. You gotta do everything, man. I'm like, "Oh, that's okay." And I listened to him because it's the truth. I literally did everything he told me to do, and I mean, just to see if to see if it was for me. And I found out writing. I like writing. Writing was for me. So in between doing stand-up shows and waiting for results for auditions, I would just write pilots and movies and stuff because I was eager and bored, and like I wasn't a guy who just didn't want to. I didn't want to sit around and wait for things to happen for me. I wanted to make my own opportunities, and that's how I've always been since I was a kid. Is just get up and go attitude.
So Superior Donuts signed up for a second season. Congratulations on that.
Man, appreciate that.
And are you still hitting the road in the meantime? Are you one of those crazy guys who's doing 10 things at once?
I have to. I like everything. I'm good at everything. Like I like them. I like the stuff I do. So like I'm on hiatus now from the first season. And right now, I'm doing a show in Chicago at Zany's, the 3rd to the 6th of this month, because I want to make sure my next comedy special is going to be good. And there are no plans for where that would be yet. And I mean, there is a plan, but I don't want to say yet. It's going to be a surprise.
You could tell us, but then you have to kill us.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I would have to kill you. And I know that's a threat, but like I will. No, it's just a lot of things are going on, and I'm not a guy who likes this. I don't like sitting around, and I like having a lot of things going on at once because this is the perfect time to take advantage of those opportunities.
Jermaine Fowler, star and executive producer of Superior Donuts.
That's right.
On CBS.
CBS.
The network, right?
Jinx. Oh, you said it.
Hey, Jermaine, thanks for coming in. Jermaine Fowler, good to have you. Sorry to make you cry. I feel so bad.
This building's so much history. I swear to God.
Blame it on the building,
Yeah, blame
not
it on the
me.
building. It's atmosphere. It's very swampy.
Thanks for joining us.